Week 3 Masters season. I am Travis Hansendorp coming live here at Spa. So we're about to start qualifying. Finally on time to start qualifying. Got in here a little bit earlier. So we have 1 second until we have to hop into the lobby here. Just let me any second now. There we go. So we got 15 cars, just like usual here today. 2 of our DNQs, Logan Cool and Gabe Cazzola. Gabe Cazzola still has not made a race this season, unfortunately. Hoping to change that next week, hopefully, for him, his season. Looks like AJ Nickel. It's going to be our first car on track for Team 44R. We got Fernando Rosario, I think. Yes, I think I got it right finally. I think I'm right for once. It's the second, followed by Fidel Fabian, Dylan Baum, and Luke Allen. All 4 of those cars all queued up in a line really close together. They want to get spread out before they start their timed laps at the end of this outlap. So should be good to go. So last week, our 2 winners, the sprint race winner, sprint race went to AJ Nickel, and feature race Ridwan Hamza continued his streak of 3 straight feature race wins. This week, we will have no sprint race, just 1 main race, endurance race here at Spa, 25 laps. There's no field invert either after this qualifying session. So how you qualify is how you're going to be to start this race. You know, flipping the field, you're just going to have to use your pure pace for this one. So 2 teammates for LA7 Racing, Connor Hannick and Luke Allen, really close together. Luke's not sure when this penalty will be enforced, hopefully before the start of this timed lap for him. Ooh, car around, that's Dylan Baum. He's been having some trouble with car control this season. I mean, he might have gotten a little bit of damage from that one. Let me see if we can... Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright. Not sure what happened to Dylan there. He just might have lost it. There we go. Now we can see if he got damage. Did Dylan get damage? Yeah, he did get front end damage. AJ Nickel going through Puhan right about now. Is about to start his first lap. A lot of straightaways here, so it's mainly going to be a little bit like Daytona, who just has more straightaway speed. There is a pretty technical part of the track in Sector 2 that you'll have to work through. But the main part of this track is straightaway speed. That's what you're going to want to focus on here. So low downforce, just trying to keep it down to the throttle pedal, down to the floor the entire time. Solid turn 1 for AJ and Rosario. Let me make sure I'm right. I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, it's Rosario. Alright, I'm right. Hallelujah. But everyone's starting the laps now. Last car on track is Dylan Baum. Like I said, it has not been the season Dylan Baum has wanted. It's been a struggle with that race car. It just hasn't been for him. It's in the Subaru, and just not to his liking. We can echo a little bit of sliding on exit there, but nothing he can't manage. So we go down to this wider hairpin. Good passing opportunity after the chicane. Then through here, you'll see a lot of single file racing through here. Not a lot of moves want to be made. Maybe a move down here into this wide sweeping left-hander. Just gonna close up that Team 44R paint scheme livery, if you'd like to call it. Solid lap right now for Nickel. Hasn't made any mistakes, it seems like. AJ, he cut the lead down to the points lead, that is, down to 22 after last week, to Ridwan Hamza with 5 rounds remaining, including this one. So he's got some work to do, but nothing he can't manage. We've seen bigger gaps cut down before. So now he's just got this pretty long straight. It's not really a straight, but most of this you're going to be full throttle, if not all of it. Might have to crack it just a tiny bit. But besides that, you're going to be full throttle through this entire section. Just depends how fast you're going, if you have slipstream, dirty air, all that kind of fun stuff. As AJ comes down into the final 2 corners. See where his lap time puts him. He'll be top of the board at the start. See how far he falls down, if at all. 2:17.1 though. That's pretty quick from AJ Knickel. Rosario goes P2 with a 2:17.4, about 2/10 off of Knickel. Connor Hannick sets his lap time. He'll go P4. Isaac Tano, pretty sure that is. I think I got that right. Yep, Isaac Tano goes He was P3, but then Ridwan goes top of the board with a 2:16.9, 2/10 faster than AJ Knickel. As everybody gets their laps in now. Keenan Kimber, he's back with us after missing a week. He was in prime position to maybe have a shot at this title, but missing last week, it's kind of bit him a little bit. He's a little bit farther back now. If we go look at the point standings, he's P5 in the standings now, about 70 points back of Ridwan. So title might be a little bit out of his reach, but still solid start to the season for Keenan. He'll hope to get a little bit farther up the standings for the end of this. So I think everybody's set their first lap times. Besides, yep, Dylan Baum hasn't, and neither did Fidel Fabian. Not sure what the problem was for Fidel Fabian. Maybe just felt that his lap wasn't good enough and decided to bite the bullet now. 10 minutes, I think, like usual, so you don't get too many laps in here. Probably get about 2, maybe 3 laps in. Dylan Baum, I'm sure he'll only get 2 laps in because he's struggled quite a bit in this session. Only one of 2 cars to not make a legit lap time. It's 2:44 flat. That is nowhere near the pace of our top 13, Adam Pelk. Pretty sure he was one of our last cars in the race, but as I've said, Adam has shown. Hopefully he'll be able to move the qualifying board a little bit. Steal top position. See that lag, famous lag of GT7, sends Ridwan off the track, but not actually. So he goes through the double right-handers onto this long. I can't even really call it a straight, like I said, because it's just full throttle the entire time. It's not straight. We'll come down here and we'll see if anyone's able to improve. AJ Knickel, he must have went back to the pits because he's going to be starting another lap this time. George Fanio has left a session. Hopefully he can get back in here before the start of this. He's got about 3 minutes. So you see everybody start to duck for pit road, get some new tires in the car for these final 3 minutes. We'll get 1 more lap in after this one, Knickel will. So he's got 2 laps left, including this. Up Radion, Dale Rouge. See if he can improve in his first sector time. Adam Pelks, that's a better lap time, 2:19.8. He moves up 1 position, or no, sorry, he didn't move up 1 position. He's still same place he was, but Orfanio, I think it's Orfanio, left the session. So, like I said, hopefully he gets back in here before the start of this race. See, prior races he would have been able to get in after the sprint, but unfortunately no sprint for this race. Like I said, just one endurance race for Spa. Looks like he's got a solid lap so far. I'm trying to see where the sector line is. I think he might have already passed it though. So I don't think we'll get a read on his lap until the end of sector 2. Really, the title is going to come down to Ridwan and AJ. Pretty much who we all expected. Maybe a little bit of Dylan Baum. It looks like AJ might have backed off on that lap. I was looking at the point standings for a little bit, but... Or maybe it's just lag, I can't really tell. So it doesn't look like AJ is going nearly as fast. But no tires left, so doubt this lap will be any faster. He's pushing pretty hard, so who knows. Doesn't even have much fuel left. He's going to be running out here soon. The final 2 corners comes Rosario. We'll see where he ends up. He's going to dive for the pit lane. He won't be able to get back around, so that'll be the end of his qualifying. Farthest up the grid he'll be is P3. Isaac Tano. Let me make sure I'm right on that. I can't find his name. Yeah, alright. Starting to get the hang of these names. Isaac Tano in P4. Solid effort for him right now. Last 30 seconds of qualifying here to hit the line and start your lap. He'll get there, and so will Adam Pelk. figure out who that car is. I think this is Aiden McCarthy, if I remember correctly. It is Aiden McCarthy. He had a solid run going in the feature last week, but unfortunately got spun in the corkscrew, and his race went away from him. Doesn't look like he or Tyler Heff are going to get back to the line, though. They got 5 seconds coming through here now, and yeah, they're not going to get back to the line. So, last car on track to start his lap time was, of course, Ridwan. He timed it perfectly. So if AJ Knickel does have anything for Ridwan, Ridwan's going to be able to have a say back at it. See where AJ is. The first sector. Of course, it's not going to get... It's because the first sector line's way farther up than that. So we'll have to wait until the second sector to see where AJ is. Fidel Fabian with a 2:18.8. He'll move up a little bit, I assume. He hasn't set his lap yet. P11 for him. Solid start for him considering the unfortunate luck he's had this season. Connor Hannick, he put in a really solid lap. He's P5 right now. Highest he will be is P5 as he goes for a spin out the final corner. He's going to back it across the line to end his qualifying. We'll go back to AJ Nickel now. So he'll hit the Sector 2 line in about 3 corners. Soft starting to wear out a little bit, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. See how he is at the sector line. The first of the 2 right-handers. At that line, he's up a half a tenth, so he's going to have to find about 2 more tenths still even on that. And he gets on the AstroTurf and it sends him wide, so that doesn't help him at all. I guess not AstroTurf, but a green part that you don't want to be on. But that will end his qualifying lap as he surely lost time from that. Highest he'll be is P2. Ridwan now looks like he's got the pole all but locked up. He's going to come through the second sector line down a half a tenth, but I don't think it's going to matter as Fernando's on an outlap. He's not going to be able to get back around. Or he wasn't ever going to get back around anyway. Isaac brings it back in. Connor Hannick already finished his. Somebody moved up though. That's Stefan Robichat. I was wondering where he was. He hadn't set a top 8 lap time yet, and he sneaks in for P4 at the end. Ahead of Isaac and behind Fernando. Keenan Kimber, he finished his lap time P7. Looks like everybody... Who was the last one? McCarthy, I think? No, it was Ridwan, so we'll see where Ridwan is. Ridwan was the last one. He was up a half a tenth, or down a half a tenth. He's going to improve on his lap time still. A tenth and a half up. 1:16.8 for Ridwan. That's almost 4 tenths ahead of AJ Nickel. Blistering lap from Ridwan. He's the guy to beat here. He's shown it throughout the season that he's the top dog. We'll go through the field here. Ridwan P1, AJ Nickel P2, just like the championship standings. Rosario P3, Stefan Robichat P4, jumped there late. Isaac Tano P5, Connor Hannick, solid showing for him P6. Keenan Kimber after a week off, slots in the P7. Riker Lummel, good lap from him. A car that isn't great here, P8. Luke Allen P9. Tyler Heff, P10. He's shown to get some good starts, so we'll see if he can move up the field. Same with Fidel Fabian, who starts P11. Aiden McCarthy was P12, and Adam Pelk was P13. He has also shown good pace to drive through the field, so we'll see if he can continue to do that. Dylan Baum, P14, and P15 will be George Onferio, who I think was able to get in here at the end. I think that's George. Hopefully it is. It's turning to practice. Okay, well, something must be wrong with the lobby there. Maybe it's just glitched out. Not 100% sure. Yeah, that was George. So George was able to get back in here. So, get the lineup set correctly and we'll be able to get going here. So, don't really have anything to talk about right now. The IndyCar season just ended. Your champion was Dylan Baum, so there is no stream for that tomorrow. There might be a prototype race. Let me see. Well, there we get prototype race tomorrow. Might not be for another week or 2 still. Oh no, tomorrow is the first race of the APC season, the ARC Prototype Challenge. That will be streamed live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, so tune into that one. That's at Imola. 40 minutes of Imola. It's a 6-race season. Something to kind of split the IndyCar and GT7 or GT3 stuff. GT3 actually got moved over here, so I don't think. Oh, so we had to make a new lobby. Let me check the chat here. That's unfortunate. Must have been a lobby bug. Oh, 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 that's not what I want to do. Let me turn that down. Yeah, we had to make a new lobby I've been informed of, so hopefully we'll get this up and running quick. See, there's already a new lobby. There is, alright. So we'll get back in here. Sorry for the difficulties on this unfortunate game. Just not great. Not a few bug issues that have been here for a while. Not sure what that issue was, but oh well. Things happen. Get back in here and get after it. Once the order gets set, it's actually going to be one of our longer races, it seems, because it's already 8:40 and we haven't even started. So hopefully get the lobby started soon. Anytime now. Like I said, tune into that, and then of course, American F1 will be streamed this. I mean, I assume at least. Let me make sure before I say that. Oh no, it won't. Okay, so we have an off week for American F1 this week, so that will not be streamed at 7 Eastern on Friday. Let's see if European F1 is this week. That is not, so double off week for F1. So only race that will be streamed on the AutoRacingConnected channel is the 40 Minutes of Imola tomorrow for the APC series. So tune into that. So we patiently wait for the order to get set and for us to get going here at Spa. Hopefully we can get set here. Already only got 15 people in the lobby, so we gotta get one more person in and then we'll be ready to go. Hopefully that's soon. Like I said, sorry for the gap in entertainment here. I'm not doing that in this jerk. This is not, no. Oh, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer has commented something that is unfortunately not appropriate for the stream. I don't know why he would do that. It's really just not appropriate from him. He knows better. Fortunately, can't say that here, Jurg. This is a family-friendly stream. Sooner or later, hopefully, the last person to join will get in here. I think is it George? No, it's not. I don't even know who it is. It might be in McCarthy. I think it is. I think that's who it is. I think we figured. Oh, wow, that was a voice crack and a half. Yep, in McCarthy. We gotta wait for him to join, and then we can get going. So, where he gets in here, we're good to go. Hopefully soon. Oh, man. Aiden had to restart the game, so it's not him just not being aware. It's just, unfortunately, the game is giving him some issues, so that's why we're waiting a little bit. Oh, this sucks. I don't know how to fill this time gap, unfortunately. There's not really... I already talked about the championship. There's not a lot going on in the championship. I guess the battle for third... Let me get to that. Because I can go look at the battle for third in the championship. Because there is no battle for second. There's just a battle for the lead. Battle for third is a little bit closer. Rosario and Roby Chad are battling for that one. Roby Chad about 4 points back of Rosario. And then, again, there's not really a battle for fourth as Keenan and... Not sure who Flying Dutch is. I think that's Tyler Heff, if I'm correct. I want to say it's Tyler Heff at least. I don't know. I can't find PSNs because I'm blind, apparently. It is Tyler Heff. Tyler Heff is close enough to Keenan where you can make a run at that. Same with Luke. Isaac Tano and Steve Kuntz. King Gernioso, after his stellar performance last week in his debut, was right there, but he did not show up. Aiden finally joined, so oh no, that's not Aiden, I'm just blind. Okay, never mind. Still waiting. Oh. Let's see, is Jonathan Jurgensmeyer commented anything else? No, I can't even fill it with Jurg comments I will not answer. Are we starting? It looks like it might be starting. Lineup set correctly. I think Aiden got in here and I'm just blind. He did. Thank the Lord. So once he enters, we'll be good to go. Didn't even say it on the top or left hand side, that's why I'm blind. Now it wants to say it. Okay, alright. Okay, GT7. I see how it is. Any day now. If he just enters, we can get going. Come on, Aiden. Yeah, let's go. Alright, start this thing. Get the show on the road, AJ. Let's get going here. I think that's Ridwan going backwards. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Oh, I just noticed that. I forgot. I guess I could... Let's see. No, I don't want to enter the course. Oh god, no. What is it? Oh no, you had to put Aiden back in 12th. Okay, that's what we were waiting for. Now I think we can go. Finally, alright. Let's get this on the road. We can get going here finally. Spectate, let me get in there. Hear the revving of the engines. Display all. There we go. Alright. Let's wait for the red lights to commence. Got Ridwan. See if he can get a jump over AJ Nickel here. Rosario and Stefan looking to jump them as well. 5 red lights. And we are off for the 4th round of the Group 3 Masters season. Ridwan gets the jump on Knickel, covers him off. Rosario gonna look to the inside, gonna see if he can complete the pass for P2. That's gonna happen. AJ goes off the course too, so does Ridwan. Ridwan comes back on into Isaac Tano. AJ Knickel loses boatloads of positions. He's side by side for P5 right now. He's gonna go up Radion side by side. He's gonna be able to clear for P4. Car around it looked like that might have been Keenan. Yeah, it is. Keenan Kimber goes around from P6 into the barriers just a tiny bit. He's able to cover it though, not too far down from the field. Looks like Fernando took the lead there while we were watching Keenan Kimber spin, but he's got a 5/10 penalty that he's going to have to serve. Isaac Tanoed on the inside of Ridwan. They're side by side through the chicane. Not going to happen for Isaac though. Ridwan pushes him a little bit wide. Oh my goodness, sorry. Ridwan takes the position back, but he gives it back. You must have thought that was a little bit dirty. He gives it back to Isaac Tano. AJ Knickel also got a 5/10 penalty for going off in turn 1. So two big names, Fernando and Knickel, both get time penalties. Ridwan gets back by for P2. Oh, we might have a safety car. Oh, it is a safety car. We got our first safety car of the season here. All right. So that'll give me a second to cough. So give me 1 second. Oh, God. That was the worst possible time for me to choke on my own saliva. We're back, though. So first safety car of the season here, and our first endurance race of the season, of course. Fernando got the early jump on the top 2, took away P1 from Ridwan. He took away P2 first from AJ Knickel. AJ Knickel went off the racetrack a little bit, fell back to P4. We saw Keenan Kimber go around. But Tyler Heff gained some positions. Adam Pelk, George Onferio gained some positions. But that's about it. Not a lot of other people. Looks like Connor Hannick had some trouble on the start as well. He fell back from about P6 to P14. Him, Keenan Kimber, Dylan Baum bring up the rear right now. That's about it we saw for the start. Like I said, Adam Pelk, Tyler Heff, they've been really, really good on these starts. They showed it here once again, up to P6 and P7 respectively. See if they can gain even more on this restart possibly. So we'll pit this time by. I don't think this will count as the mandatory. I'm not sure how the slowdown is going to work. I'm not sure if they're just going to be put behind or if they're just going to have to merge wherever. I guess it didn't really matter. Let's see. Yeah, since they're going so slow, they just get a little bit bailed out by that. A little bit of a bailout button for them. So AJ and Fernando don't have to serve that penalty really and are able to scoot by. Let's see who bites the bullet here. We'll look at the tires first. It looks like mostly everybody has decided to go with the softs. Luke Allen, first car, not on the softs, on the mediums. Same with Aiden McCarthy, also on the mediums. Connor Hannick, mediums, and so is Dylan Baum. So both LA7 cars. Luke did say something about strategy in the party to Connor, so we see that's what their strategy was, taking those mediums. Doesn't look like anyone elected a pit there. Not sure what's going on for P2 here. It's a little bit odd. So first lap of the race completed. Really, really shocked that that safety car came out. I guess it had to have been a Connor Hannick spin there. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I'm sure we saw a bigger X than that. I thought at least, but maybe I just missed it. A little bit of a from my part. Bottom 3 cars all elect the pit for new tires here. See what they all decide to pit on or put on. Pit on. I guess that kind of makes sense. Not really. Windy City Sim Sport car of Keenan Kimber. I guess I could say Porsche, not car. Let's see, it'll tell me once he's out of the pits here. He's on the softs. Connor Hannick went mediums again, and Dylan Baum on the softs. He got off those mediums fairly quickly. We heard a little bit of rumbling that Dylan might be switching over to Team 44R starting next week. Team 44R hasn't had a second driver for AJ Knickel to be partnered with. As we've seen, Dylan Baum has had problems with his race car so far this season, so maybe looking to make a change in team and see if that can help him out. Subaru just not to his liking. See if let's see what AJ is driving. I don't know cars by heart, so that's fine. See if the Supra can help out Dylan Baum starting next week if that change does indeed become official. But right now, Rosario leads in his, let's see, what is he in? His McLaren, him and Onferio, both in the McLarens for FR Auto Advanced Racing. Ridwan, FR Racing Genesis, and Isaac Tano, he's in the... He's farther down the list, right? No, he's farther up. Mercedes. Yeah, Mercedes AMG for 9 Motorsports. I don't think his teammate has shown up. Or no, his teammate is Kane Gurney, who did indeed show up last week. Alright, so only had 1 week of both drivers showing up. That week was pretty good for 9 Motorsports. We'll see if hopefully Kane can return next week and back up his podium in the future. As Shirley will be going green this lap, as Rosario continues to pace the field. It's like I said, very shocking. Haven't had a safety car all season, and we get our first here at Spa. It's a huge gap from P2 to P3. Not sure what Isaac's doing there. Stacking up the field, it looks like. Let's go through the field. Ariel actually did gain some positions too. I don't think I said that. He started back of the grid, and he's up to P8, P15 to P8 to 7th position. That's pretty solid from him. Riker Lummel, one of our bigger losers of that. He lost 2 positions. Obviously, Connor Hannick and Keenan Kimber lost about 9 each, honestly. Just not great starts from them, as Mr. Rosario is going to have the choice to go anywhere from, I think it's the start of the final corner to the start-finish line, so see where he elects to start. It might be backed up even a little more for this track. Still, the gap from P2 to P3 is large. Isaac Tano really backing them up. Looks like he was finally told to decrease the gap. He's pulled right up to the back of Ridwan, who now backs off of P1. That might just be lag. Not really sure what's going on there. Oh, I'm really not sure what's... Yeah, Ridwan finally goes up to the back of Fernando. Odd from Ridwan there. Could have just been a controller wheel issue. I'd assume he's on wheel at least, but here we go. Gonna go green this time. Fernando steps on the throttle. Does he? Yes, he is. That's a huge jump on Ridwan, who doesn't get the best start. He's gonna be under attack from Isaac Tano. See if Isaac sends one up the inside in the first corner here. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Everyone top 4 stay side by side. Top 6 or 5. Adam Pelk though sends it in on Tyler Heff. Might have made a little bit of contact there, but he'll take P6 away nonetheless. So Adam Pelk is gonna clear Tyler Heff for P6 and try and pull away now. We'll go back up to the front, see if Ridwan can get a good slipstream up Radion through a Rouge. He'll be right on the back of Fernando Rosario. Rosario blocks to the inside. Ridwan pulls to the left-hand side, pulls back right. The smallest gap that Rosario left. He's not going to give him any room entering this corner. Little bit of contact made. Forces both of them to go off. Might have made contact with Tano. Tano tries to go back around the outside, makes contact with Knickel. And the big loser out of that was Rosario, who goes from 1st to 4th. Surely he won't be too happy with Ridwan after all that's said and done. He sends it up the inside of Ridwan. He's going to make that pass complete, so he'll take P3 away from Ridwan. Isaac Tano, big gainer from that, goes from P3 to P1. Solid stuff from him. Now he's going to try and pull away from Knickel. This is really good for Knickel. This is where he's got to try and get to the lead and then pull away. It's going to be hard as with all the slipstream opportunities, but this would be really, really critical for his championship hopes if he can get to the lead and then pull away. Coming through the more technical part of the track. At the end of sector 2 here, the double right-hander. And starting to gain in on AJ Knickel as Tano's actually pulling away. Solid section there from Tano. Loses a little bit on the second right-hander. Might not just have the straightaway speed in that Mercedes, but I'd be surprised about that. He's losing a lot of time though. Might be a little bit of a slipstream too there for Knickel. See how well he stays on the track there. Doesn't affect his car at all. So no dirty air affecting him there. But top 4 is still really, really close together. Not too far back is Stefan too, so want to watch out for him. He's got the pace to battle with these guys. AJ Knickel now all over the back of our leader Isaac Tano as you see chaos behind. That was Luke Allen, I'm pretty sure, who went way off the track. He's going to come back on behind Keenan Kimber. Don't want to go back there and lose track of our battle for the lead as AJ Nickel dived it down the inside of Tano. They'll be side by side up Radion. Last time AJ made this move, he made it stick. See if he backs out before. He's not really there to make the move. He's not going to do it. They'll just try and get the slipstream up the hill. See if he makes another dangerous move like Ridwan did. Tano not. He is going to block the inside just enough for Knickel to have to try around the outside, and it's going to work easily. Knickel makes the pass, clears him before the chicane. Meanwhile, Ridwan looks up the inside of Fernando, see if they make contact. Again, they don't. Fernando gives him a lot more room that time around, and Ridwan takes away P3 just as Knickel takes the lead. Knickel's got to make, or not Knickel, sorry. Ridwan's got to make quick work at Tano here if he wants to stay with Knickel. Yeah, Tano hasn't really lost that much ground. Slipstream might just be that powerful here. Haven't really seen Slipstream this powerful since Daytona, but he's all over the back of Knickel. Yeah, if you look back there in about P6, Adam Pelk also has not lost sight of this group, so it could be a 6-car battle for at least a podium spot. This top 3 though are starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Tano just trying to stay in this little train they got. Usually it'd be a DRS train here, but instead we got a slipstream train. So they got a 9/10 gap ahead of P4, Fernando Rosario. So Isaac Tano made the move into the first right-hander on AJ Knickel. You could barely see that with that camera, but he'll take the lead back before the straightaway. I'm not sure AJ really minds that. He'll be able to get the slipstream here, see if he makes a move on Tano before this corner. He doesn't. He'll look to the outside, not going to happen. Slot in. Surely he'll make his move through the chicane. Instead, Ridwan's going to jump to his outside. Tano's going to block Ridwan off. So Tano saves his lead for now as Knickel and Ridwan side by side. Might have made a little bit of contact. Ridwan slots back into third. Now he's got Fernando on the back of him again. Does Fernando make a move into turn 1? He will. Dives it up the inside of Ridwan. No contact made. Pretty clean through there from those two. Haven't seen that much this race from at least those two. I'm not sure about the rest of the field. But Tano, with that move, he actually pulled away as AJ and Ridwan were side by side. That cost Ridwan a lot more than it cost AJ, though. It cost him a position. So he is on the back of Fernando, though. We'll see if he makes another move into the chicane. Fernando doesn't block off the inside nearly as heavy this time. Ridwan's going to make a move up the inside, entering the chicane. He's going to send it up the inside. Might have made a tiny bit of contact. Couldn't really tell. But he'll take P3 back away from Fernando. These two just swapping places every lap. So AJ Knickel starting to gain on Tano once again. Ridwan covered off the inside just in case Fernando got any ideas. That's allowing Roby Chad to reel these two in for that final podium spot. And Adam Pelk not too far behind. Top 6 have truly gapped the rest of the field as Keenan Kimber has made his way back up to P7 with those fresh softs. See if he can make up any more ground. But, once again, AJ Knickel lost about 2/10 so far on this this little section of the track. See if he can reel him back in. Not sure what the gap is for slipstream. If I remember it correctly, it's probably about 9/10. AJ Knickel all over that curve. Might have been the grass a little bit even. But it looks like it worked for him as he gained a pretty good chunk of ground on him. Got it within 7/10 there, entering the first right-hander. 4/10 up on his lap, almost 5, or it is, yeah, it's almost 5. Fast lap of the race at 2:18.8 from Adam Pelk, so it shows you he's got a pretty quick car, pretty quick East Coast racing. Not sure what that is, but pretty quick for him. Really, I'm telling you, I've been impressed with Adam Pelk this entire season. Not the qualifying pace, but the race pace has been there. Just, he shows up every week, at least one of these races. It's AJ Knickel all over the back of Tano entering that chicane. Ridwan not too far behind, and Fernando kind of shadowing these top 3 once again. AJ Knickel, fastest lap of the race, 2:18 flat. Him and Ridwan both put in a flyer right there. Both set 2:18s, 2:18 flats. Ridwan about 500ths off AJ. This is AJ about 4/10 back of Ridwan, or sorry, Tano going up Radion and through El Rouge. Cars all over the place trying to keep the throttle down. see if AJ makes his move. Looks to the outside. Can he get it done before the chicane? He will. Now we'll see if Ridwan can get up the inside or outside. Looks like he's going to do it. He's going to send one up the inside of Tano. Tano covers him off, though, but he loses the traction a little bit on exit. Still keeps P2 locked up. So he'll still have a shot at AJ. He's been able to get AJ back a couple times here, so we'll see if AJ can defend him off this time. A 5/10 gap here from P1 to P2. Top three once again all over, or under a blanket. So they have pulled away from P4. Fernando Rosario and Stefan Robichad. Adam Pelk falling off a little bit from those two. So he's starting to fall into the clutches of Keenan Kimber, who has completely gapped Riker Lummel and Tyler Heff. Tyler Heff also on a new pair of softs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so using those softs to good work. Back up here, Isaac Daniel, like I said, trying to take the lead away again. Side by side with AJ Knickel. He's going to have the preferred line right here, and he'll take it away once again. It looks like he's just got so much more downforce than AJ Knickel through these corners. He's just able to make the pass easily. So see if that plays into Tano's hands late in this race. He's going to want to probably pit on the same lap as AJ, though, because the slipstream just is... the straight line speed just isn't there for Tano. With the extra downforce he has on his race car, as you can tell, he just seems a lot more smooth through the corners than AJ Knickel. So AJ has a huge run on Tano here. We'll see if he takes advantage of that. Will not look up his inside entering the chicane. So he'll stay single file the top three. The wacky GT7 lag makes it look like they're all going to spin. The battling helped Fernando gain all his time back. He set a 2:17.8 that lap, so 2/10 faster than the fastest lap. So even with that battling, I think he would have been here. So that was a pretty quick lap time from him. But top four now under a blanket, all within about a second, almost a second. Knickel all over the back of Tano once again. He'll surely make the move again, entering the chicane. Probably get it done before the chicane. He's gonna really hope that Tano gets passed by Ridwan as well here. Ridwan's gonna have a lot bigger run than he had last time. Tano's gonna slot into P2. Ridwan's gonna look up the inside. Tano blocks just a tiny bit. Oh, Ridwan into Knickel. Knickel, he might have saved it. He did. Solid save from AJ Knickel as Ridwan sent him around trying to get up the inside of Tano. Oh, Tano covered him, or no, Tano spun Knickel, sorry. That was a miss, or no, Ridwan did spin him. Sorry, I was right the first time. Ridwan sent Knickel around. Knickel's tires gotta be screaming now. That couldn't have helped him at all as Fernando's gonna look to his left-hand side. Adam Pelk got up to P5 through all that. Ridwan back to P6. Ridwan does have a 5/10 penalty though. Not sure if anyone else got a penalty from that. No, it doesn't look like anyone else did. AJ did lose the lead after all that though. Tano only lost the position. Could have been a lot worse from him. Adam Pelk gained 3 from that. But unfortunately, that penalty is going to hurt him and cost him maybe the slipstream as even though Knickel did probably lose some tire life there, he did get Tano off of his back. So if Tano can't reel him back in, he's probably going to want to thank Ridwan for, I guess, right? I don't really think that's the way you want to go about that, but yeah, I don't know. Tano's just, he's got a lot of downforce on his car, like I've said. He's just so much better through the corners, but these straights just do not help his race car. As AJ gaining in on Fernando. Somebody might have went around. It looked like there was a lot of smoke. Doesn't look like though. Adam with that penalty fell back to P6 behind Ridwan. As Keenan, Riker, and Tyler Heff all start to reel in the top 6 with all that chaos that just happened. AJ Knickel surely not going to be too happy with Ridwan as Fernando covers off AJ. Really aggressive stuff from Fernando. AJ Knickel overcooks the corner. Tries to get the run off though. Doesn't, man, the camera is not giving me any help today. AJ gonna look to the left-hand side, entering Radion. He's gonna think better of it, slot back in line. Isaac Tano, he's gained a lot of ground this lap so far. He's already within 3/10, sorry, of AJ Knickel. So they're gonna be all over Fernando by the end of this straight. Doesn't look like AJ's gonna be able to make a move entering though. See if he sends one up the inside, he doesn't. So top 3 stay single file. Oh, Fernando missed the corner! Fernando goes around! Tano had nowhere to go! Tano ran into him after Fernando Rosario missed the corner. Oh, and Tano must have stopped for him. Yeah, Tano stopped for him. So some good sportsmanship there from Tano. But, yeah, just, I don't even, man, Isaac Tano, I don't think that was his fault like he thinks it is. He didn't really have anywhere to go. Oh, another safety car. So that 2-car incident will bring out the safety car. But, 2 of the top 3 with the issues. Isaac Tano, if you look back on the stream, it's just, Fernando, he must have overcooked the corner. Not sure if he and AJ made a little bit of contact entering, but he just misses the corner, and Isaac really didn't have anywhere to go. He just didn't expect Fernando to be there, and unfortunately ran right into him. So, assuming everyone will pit here, probably put on the medium compound, except for, where are they? Luke Allen, who is on the mediums. Aiden McCarthy probably going to go on to the softs. A couple of those guys. Riker almost got a penalty through all that, but that won't matter. He'll be bailed out a little bit there. But top 3 now. AJ Knickel, Ridwan Hamza, and Stefan Robichad, followed by Adam Pelk and Keenan Kimber. Keenan Kimber, Tyler Heff really have made a great comeback in this race. P5 and P6 respectively. Really solid stuff from here. We'll see where Dylan Baum is. He's still rounds out your grid. Is that's still racing, I should say. Jordan Ferrier just left about 2 seconds ago, so almost forgot to mention that. Not sure how his race was going, but it couldn't have been very good. Not sure what that means. See if pits are going to be open here. Dylan Baum, quite a ways back, so not 100% sure. But I think mandatories will count here. So the only ones no, actually nobody served their mandatory because that was lap 1. So end of lap 8 though. Mandatories will be served here. As long as you can serve them under caution, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. So, about to enter the pit lane here. This is going to help Adam Pelk, though, and Tyler Heff. As I said, they had used up their tires quite a bit, trying to catch back up to the field. Stefan Robichad has decided to stay out, so there's our first big move. Tyler Heff pits. Looks like the entire field pit behind him. So, unless the mandatories don't count, that's a questionable decision from Stefan Robichad. He's on the sauce as well, so there's no way he's going to be able to go to the end. His left rear is starting to actually cook pretty hard. Not really sure what the call is there from Stefan. I don't think that's going to help him in the long run. So we'll wait for everyone to come out of the pits here. AJ lose a position? He did. Ridwan takes over P2. AJ Knickel comes out P3. Adam Pelk also loses a position to Keenan Kimber there. Riker to P6. Fernando Rosario P7. Tyler Hepp P8. Isaac Tano P9. P10 Fidel Fabian out of the pits. Aiden McCarthy P11. Connor Eric P12. Luke Allen P13. And Dylan Baum will come out P14, I assume. I mean, there's no way he would come out any higher. So a couple of changes on the grid. Keenan gains 1 more position. Oh, whoa, 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 oh, wait, oh, wow, okay. Is that a car around? I couldn't tell. Riker Lummel. Yeah, he got damage there. He got front end damage. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about. That was something. Looks like he just, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. That was interesting, but he'll probably, not sure if we'll have an extended yellow now for him to pit and fix that, because it wasn't his. Oh, Adam, was it Adam? Somebody had rear end damage. I saw it. It might have been Knickel. Who was that? Somebody had rear end damage. I saw it. Maybe I'm blind. I think the damage just disappeared apparently, but I could have swore somebody had rear end damage there. It might change when you swap off of them. But we'll see if we go green this time by. I assume we will. Stefan Robichad still yet to pit in this race will lead us back to green. See everybody on the mediums here. I think Luke, okay, no, Aiden McCarthy First one on softs. Luke Allen and Dylan Baum also all elected to take softs. But all those guys not even in the top 10, so we'll see if they can gain some positions on this restart. Hopefully move through the field. So we're getting ready to go back green, hopefully. Like I said, we had a little bit of contact there on the under yellow on the straightaway. Still not sure what that's about. Maybe we'll get some more info after the race. One of those guys get on a podium. Riker Lummel. Riker Lummel was the main guy. He's up to P6, so he got a really good pit stop. Cause I'm pretty sure he was P8 entering. Fernando, he might have gained a position 2 over Tyler Heff. I think Tyler Heff was P6, so yeah, Tyler lost 2 positions there. Not sure what happened with him, if he just put in too much fuel. It looks like that's what happened. It's like he put in a little bit too much fuel. Same with Mr. Rosario. As we'll go back up here. It's top 2. Yeah, I'm not sure how. Ridwan, again, I think it must have just been fuel, but he's staying straight. He doesn't want to wear those tires down any bit. As now he starts to swerve, you can see everyone trying to warm up the tires before the restart here. 2 restarts, only 2 safety cars of the season. 2 safety cars, only 2 safety cars of the season. That's what I meant to say. So, see if Ridwan can get the jump here on the older tires of Stefan Robichad. Looks like we are going to go green this time. We'll go back up to Stefan here. See when he decides to step on the throttle. He's going to step on it on exit. Okay start from him, but Ridwan did get a pretty good jump. The camera will pan over to him now. He'll dive to the inside. AJ was going to try the same thing on Ridwan. Ridwan doesn't get a good send into that corner, and AJ Knickel looking around the outside. That'd be a power move from Knickel. A little bit of contact in the back. Someone off the track. Not sure who that is, but we carry on up front. Ridwan keeps P2 over AJ Knickel. And now Keenan Kimber all over the back of AJ Knickel. He's fought through some adversity in this race. He's going to try and go for a win here. Ridwan got a 5/10 penalty for that. As AJ looks to his outside, see if he can complete it before the chicane. It's not going to happen. It is actually, sorry. So before that, it was the top 2 got a penalty. Stefan also has a 1-second time penalty. Not sure what that's all about. He's really loose off of that corner, though. AJ Knickel is going to gain a boatload of time. He's going to be all over him now. Those older tires just not working for Stefan right now. AJ going to look to his right-hand side, not going to have enough room to get in there. It's only a matter of time before AJ is able to get around Stefan, though. Those older tires are not going to hold up for much longer. It's down to the corner. Yeah, it's a lot better than I thought. I thought he was going to lose them a lot quicker, but he's making good work of him. I'll say that. AJ hasn't gotten around him as quick as I thought, but that also might just be a lack of downforce from Knickel's race car. Just not allowing him to pass through here. As you see, P1 and P3 about to have to serve their penalties, and they're going to lose probably at least 2 positions each. As Stefan's going to lose a lot more actually with 1 second instead of 5/10. Just going to go around him. Ridwan's going to give the spot up to Keenan Kimber and, oh no, nobody else. So Ridwan's actually lucky. He might gain a position, or keep his position, I should say. So he's going to look to the left-hand side of Stefan for a second. Not going to happen, though. He'll have to slot back into 4th. Adam Pelk all over the back of Ridwan, though. He's looking for P4, maybe a podium in this race. Not too far behind Adam is Tano and Riker, so he'll have to watch out for those two. As AJ Knickel now is a 1.3 second lead, as they're going to have to work together to get back up to him. Keenan Kimber, he's got the pace to do it. I know he does. He's been pretty quick this race. Oh, but really loose off of that corner. As AJ gains even more time. See if Stefan elects to push if he gets to him, or just go for the move. Doesn't really hurt Stefan either way, because he will still have to pit. I'm not sure if any of these guys will. Really loose. Oh, up the hill. There goes Stefan around. Oh, Riker got really lucky. He ghosted through. Stefan was really loose off El Rouge, and he lost it. Oh man, that's going to be massive damage for him too, as he hit the wall pretty hard. So that's going to be the end of his race. 1.1 seconds back now is Keenan Kimber. But Stefan, those old mediums just were not going to work for him. Old softs, I think it was. Here, wait, we can just check real quick. Yeah, it was old sauce. Yeah, massive damage. It looked like it might have said engine damage there too for him. I saw Dylan Bomb around again. AJ Knickel with a 5/10 penalty. Oh, AJ finally had pulled away from all these guys, and now he's going to have to give most of it back, as Isaac Tano going to look up the inside of Adam Pelk. Adam Pelk going to give him no trouble. Slots back into P5 after Stefan's mistake. So these two are going to have to catch up to P3 fairly quickly if they want a chance at a podium. Riker Lummel not too far behind them as well. So Keenan Kimber has lost about 5/10 on this lap though. So we'll see how close he is to AJ after that penalty. AJ, along with the 5/10 he'll have to slow down for, is going to lose a lot of speed, so it's going to be more like at least a second, I assume. So he'll start serving it right about now. Brakes really quickly. Already lost 5/10. We'll see how much more he loses. That's about a second right there. So yeah, about a second loss for AJ Knickel because of that time penalty. So now Keenan Kimber right back in his slipstream. Just he needs to make no mistakes through here, and he'll be right with him for presumably the rest of the race. So he got a really good chicane there too. Gained a lot of time on Knickel. Knickel now tries to break the draft just a tiny bit. So they'll head down into turn 1. Keenan Kimber, nice and passive on the brake there. Doesn't want to overcook it into Knickel. Actually had a good run off there for a second. Thought he was going to gain time. He actually did a little bit. Stayed pretty even, honestly. So they'll go up the hill now. Last time around here, we saw a huge crash from Stefan, but doesn't look like anyone's going to repeat that. So it looks like Keenan might not have a more or as much downforce as Isaac does on his car, because he didn't gain any time up through this straightaway, as Ridwan actually got around him. So it looks like Keenan's car is much better through the corners than it is the straightaways, as Ridwan takes over P2. Now he's going to try and chase down Knickel for P1. Championship rivals are now P1 and P2 once again. Just flipped order of the standings. Yes, he's already gained a half a tenth on Knickel. This is just not Knickel's part of the racetrack. He's just lost time through here all day. He's much better down the straights than he is the corners. So that's even helping Tano, Adam Pelk, and Riker Lummel all gain position. Rosario not too far behind them too. So Luke Allen on those softs has gained quite a bit of time. Him and Aiden McCarthy, they're in P8 and P9. Solid stuff from them. So really good. Still Dylan Baum and Stefan Robichad. Ridwan all over the back of AJ Knickel. Thankfully for AJ, there's a straightaway coming up to help him out a little bit, but still, this has got to be it's got to be scary for Knickel. He just doesn't have the corner speed he wants here. Probably should have put just a little bit more downforce on the race car, because he's still got the straightaway speed, even if he added just a tiny bit more downforce. But Ridwan over the back of him, presumably will make a move into the chicane. I don't see why he wouldn't. He's lost about a tenth though. So Knickel on these mediums somehow has even more straightaway pace than before. No move into the chicane like I thought there would be. But looks like Ridwan's going to get a big run off of the corner. 10/4 once again is the lead. It's top 3. You could throw a blanket over them all within a second. Anybody in the top 3 still has a chance to win this. Honestly, tempted to say anybody in the top 7 still has a chance to win this. We've seen a lot of chaos this race, a lot of contact within the top 3, so you can still see a little more chaos here at the end. Still got a little more than 10 laps left, about 12, so still a long ways to go here. Just hit halfway. So you see Ridwan just not gaining the pace AJ has down these straightaways. Keenan Kimber with a 5/10 penalty. That might be race ending for him if Ridwan can't get back up to AJ. That's heartbreaking for Keenan after all the work he's put in this race. He's going to have to gain some massive time through these next few corners if he wants to stay with these guys after his penalty. Preferably for him, he'd want to pass both of them and get ahead of both of them. So when he does have to serve that penalty, he's still not too far behind. As you see, Ridwan gains all his time that he lost on AJ Knickel through this section. It's just there's not really anywhere to pass for Ridwan. Now within 2/10. Gave a tiny look to the outside, but didn't happen. AJ goes a little bit wide. Keenan got into the back of Ridwan there. A little bit of contact, but it didn't hurt either of them, thankfully. Isaac Dano was pulled away from Adam Pelkins, and he has single-handedly put himself back into this race. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to get the slipstream off of Keenan Kimber he'd like, because Keenan's going to have to serve that penalty down the straightaway. Ridwan, he's going to be about 3.5 tenths back entering here. See how much time he can gain. Actually, we'll look at Keenan Kimber first, see how far he falls back. He was about 8 tenths back. Isaac Tano, he might have also had a penalty. I think he did. I think Isaac Tano must have had a penalty or something, because he lost a bunch of time. But 8 tenths back to 1.5 for Keenan. As we got another safety car. Third safety car of the race. It looked like it happened back here with McCarthy. No, not McCarthy, sorry. Luke Allen might have been involved in it. Tyler Heff could have also. It looks like it was those two. Pits were not open, so we're going to have to go another lap around. So we're going to have 10 to go once this gets back going. Third safety car of the season, third safety car in this race. So this opens the door for more chaos. Maybe we might see a little bit of strategy here. We'll see if anyone comes in and decides to put on the soft tire. We saw that work for drivers like Keenan Kimber, Luke Allen and Aiden McCarthy had started to gain some time on that soft, but you could see Aiden McCarthy had used up most of his. So he'll probably be one of those guys to head in here for another pair of softs. As once again, we're gonna have to wait an entire, we'll have 2 laps here of caution still at least before we go green, because they're gonna have to pit this lap, go around again until we get the green. So by the time we go green, it'll be the start of lap 16, 10 to go. Long race here. A lot longer than I thought. I didn't think we were gonna get this many safety. I didn't think we were really even gonna get a safety car. But we'll see. See what the strategy plays are here. See, we'll go through the field who has used up their mediums. Keenan Kimber just a little bit more than everyone else. He might elect the pit. This is a lifesaver for Stefan, who's in the back of the grid right now with Dylan Baum. He'll 100% pit here. Dylan Baum, once he catches up, he'll also make a stop on pit road. It's been a trooper at least this race. He hasn't elected to retire the car yet. Give him that. For them to come around and take their hopefully final pit stop of the race. Hopefully we don't get any more safety cars here. So, we'll tell you, what do we got next week? We got another endurance race, hopefully not. Much prefer the what are they called? Sprint and then endurance. Nope, we got another endurance race after this. So back-to-back endurance races for our 4th and 5th events of the season. I think after that, it's all sprint and race or features, right? No, final race is also an endurance. So you got 3 sprints after that. There are 3 sprint features and then an endurance to round out the season. So hopefully we'll get this back going relatively soon. It's gonna probably take about, how long to caution? Yeah, about 8 minutes for this to probably even longer, honestly. It's gonna take them about, I don't know, it looks like actually they sped up a little bit for pace speed here, realizing that they don't want to wait all day to get this caution period in. So it looks like it's only gonna be about 3.5 minutes instead of 4. Every second counts, I guess. See in the bottom left-hand corner, already a 40-minute lap race, and we're just over halfway. So presumably probably gonna be about an hour 20, I assume. Probably got maybe a little bit shorter than that. Probably about maybe an hour 10. But see what the drivers decide to do here AJ Knickel, he's going to take softs. Ridwan, Keenan, everybody's going to come in for a pair of softs except Fernando Rosario. He's the one to play the strategy games this time around. It looks like someone else elected to stay out. Dylan Baum. Wait, no, Dylan Baum didn't stay out. Alright, that's... Did Stefan stay out? Stefan must have pit. So Stefan went back on the mediums. He didn't do a change of compound, did he? I'm not sure if he did. He could have. No, he didn't, because everybody but about 4 cars were on softs. Or, yeah, on softs. So, he went mediums. I'm almost certain. So, top 2 both on mediums now. We'll see what everyone else elects to do. Ridwan once again is going to get the jump on AJ Knickel. He'll take P, or that position away. Keenan Kimber comes out in his position. Same with Tano, Adam Pelk, Riker Lummel. Somebody might have, I think it might have been, I'm not sure who lost all those. Oh no, sorry, Stefan jumped everyone. That's what happened. Or Fernando, not Stefan. So the 2 people I always get confused are 1-2 right now. Fernando and Stefan. Stefan's actually quite a ways back from the pack. Not exactly sure what this is all about. Let's see if he closes the gap here. So he's yeah, he finally got the message to go close that gap to P1. This will surely go green here. Everybody's here. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. AJ Knickel, he's got to be pretty upset with his in-game pit crew that he has lost a position on both of these last 2 safety cars. I mean, just really frustrating. I don't really know if anybody can touch him if he gets to the lead. At least on the mediums, nobody can touch him. I'm not so sure about the softs. We'll see if the softs can help these guys out. See if they can get at AJ a little more easily. But Isaac Tano is the real guy that I would be worried about if I was Knickel. He showed a lot of pace there when he was battling with Knickel. Showed that he could get around him pretty easily. So if stack up Aiden McCarthy into the back of, I think that was Riker Lummel again. I think Riker got involved in another safety car crash. Just hasn't been very lucky for him under safety cars, but considering everything that's happened to him this season, this is a pretty solid race for him. P8 with a chance to gain some more positions here on this restart. We'll be licking his lips here, hopefully get on his horse and go gain a few more. Oh, we'll look at the comments because I haven't looked at them in a while. Oh, about 20 minutes ago, Maddie was cheering along AJ. I think that's when AJ took the lead as Rosario went around. So, Maddie, known 44R driver, cheering on his team owner. So, hopefully we'll go green this time. Only got about 30 more seconds, hopefully, until we go green. Probably more like a minute. Not being delusional. So, see where Fernando decides to hit the gas and go. So this was a real break for Stefan after he had that huge crash up on the top of the hill. Just lost traction on those old mediums and wasn't able to keep it under him. So hopefully sooner rather than later they get to the final corner. 60 miles per hour may seem fast on a normal road, but it is painfully slow in a race. Oh, so they're just creeping down this straightaway, about to go green. It's really mostly a longer green just because we had just passed the pits when the yellow was called. So, safety car, I should say. But we'll be back green here as we'll see when Fernando will decide to hit the gas, hits it in the middle of the chicane. He's off and away. Great jump for Fernando as he gets a second gap over Stefan already. Adam Pelk loose off that corner. Stefan, he's going to be under threat from Ridwan here pretty soon. AJ Knickel going to look up the inside for a second. Not going to happen. Aiden McCarthy a little farther back, looking up the inside of Riker Lummel. Looks like he's going to make that pass pretty easily and then look up the inside of Adam Pelk. Good stuff from Aiden McCarthy. He's going to look to get up the P7 there, but back up to the front. Stefan has gained all the time he lost, or at least half the time he lost. Even though he's got Ridwan right on the back of him. Ridwan, he's going to get him before the little kink here, it looks like. Stefan, he's just not great through Radion. It's just, or up through Radion, through Eau Rouge. It's just doesn't look like his car's really got that much traction. Ridwan guards the inside into entering this corner. AJ's gonna have to concede that battle. It's not gonna happen. It's Ridwan now. We're gonna set his sights for Fernando Rosario now. With about 10 laps remaining. Isaac Tano, Keenan Kimber, they gotta get around Stefan fairly quickly if they want any chance at this race. So Keenan Kimber, he's on the mediums. He went back to mediums, so maybe he didn't like the softs. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. Maybe just wrong tire compound. So Isaac Tano might have given him the business there. It could have just been lag. Not 100% sure. Top three starting to pull away from P4. So they've got a second gap over Stefan already. So Ridwan under pressure from AJ Knickel. Looks like he's got a lot more grip on these soft tires. Ridwan guards the inside once again. AJ looks to his outside, thinks better of it, slots back in line. So hope to make the move on this upcoming straight. Oh, Fernando goes off the racetrack just a little bit, and maybe a little bit of trouble back there too for Stefan as Isaac Tano looks to go around the outside. Oh, car around! That's Ridwan, your points leader! Ridwan goes around! Oh, Ridwan, he's going to be back to P12, P13 after his teammate gets around him. No, his teammate might have just given him a little push there. Not exactly sure what happened as we look back to see what happened to Stefan, but now we got a whole stack up. So that might have been an AJ Knickel and Ridwan making contact. Fernando goes off the racetrack again. Isaac Tano all over the back of Knickel. So Keenan Kimber lost a lot of time there. He must have had an issue. Oh, all over each other. Tano might have gotten into McCarthy there. Again, another car around. I think Stefan got pushed into the pit lane, honestly. Keenan Kimber went around at the exit of the chicane. So Keenan Kimber, those mediums don't look like they worked out. Fernando Rosario has lost the lead to Knickel. He's lost second to Tano. Tano now looks to the inside of Knickel. Tano going to try and take away the lead. Knickel going to slot back in line. Top four under a blanket. Aiden McCarthy in his second race of the season, I'm pretty sure, showing him stuff. He's got himself up to P4 behind Fernando Rosario. AJ Knickel looking for a way by, shoots to the left-hand side of Tano. He's going to easily get around Tano, until Tano will slot back in line and try and fend off Rosario. Rosario also going to have to be wary of Aiden McCarthy. Is all over the back of him and hungry for his first podium of the season. This has been some great stuff from Isaac, though. He's been one of the only cars that's been able to take it to AJ all day. Him and, really honestly, Ridwan and Fernando. Those three been able to battle with AJ a lot. Aiden McCarthy made the move for P3 stick. Aiden McCarthy up into a podium position, and look who it is. Adam Pelk, his race pace showing off once again, trying to make a move for P4 on Fernando. Meanwhile, Isaac Tano got a great run off of that corner. Looks to the right-hand side of AJ Knickel. Not going to happen. AJ covers that off, but Tano, once again, he's going to get a good run off of that corner. Not good enough, though. So we'll have to slot back in line. Hopefully just get that slipstream and stay with Knickel. Adam Pelk and Rosario battling. Pelk gets around him. Connor Hannick, who after troubles on the start, have been in the back all day. He's up here showing his stuff in P6. He's got that time penalty, though, that he'll have to serve. Isaac Tano all over the rear wing of AJ Knickel. Looks like it's going to be a battle for these two, or between these two for the win. Knickel not really putting up much of a fight there. See if Tano slots back in line. Not the place you really want to be through here. Looks like he will. Tano slots back in line. Went a little bit wide there. He might get a penalty for that. We're going to have to watch for that. See if he gets a 5/10 penalty. Isaac Tano sends it up the inside in the chicane. Makes a little bit of contact with Knickel. Tano goes around. He saves it though. Oh, and then he goes around again on the exit. Isaac Tano lost. Oh, no, maybe he didn't go around. Oh, GT7 ruined my call. That's unfortunate. But he did lose a podium spot there and all of his time to AJ Knickel. And now Aiden McCarthy slots into P2, only 3/10 behind AJ Knickel. Aiden McCarthy maybe gonna try and steal a win here at Spa, as he's all over the back at Knickel here with about 7 laps remaining. He's gonna look to the right-hand side of Knickel, slot back in line. Doesn't have the slipstream yet. Yeah, it's just AJ Knickel. He's got just no downforce on that race car, able to pull away from McCarthy. But both on that soft compound tire. We'll see if Aiden can gain some time through these corners, as like I said, time and time again, that's AJ's weak spot. Aiden, he's got to run. He's going to look to the inside through here. Aiden sends it up the inside. Takes the lead away from AJ Knickel. Aiden McCarthy to the point. Not a lot of people expected that coming into this race. Aiden McCarthy going to lead. Hopefully a lap in this race. That would be really cool for him. He's going to block the inside, cover that off so AJ can't make a move on him. Adam Pelk trying to gain in on these two. Insert himself into this battle for the win. Just a really, really wonky top 5 right now, honestly. You got your normal contenders here of Isaac Tano, AJ Knickel. They've shown that they've been here, but Aiden McCarthy, Adam Pelk, Connor Hannick really showing that they can go out here. They can go contend for podiums, contend for maybe even wins, as Aiden McCarthy still leads this race. Showing strong. He gained some times on AJ even through there. See, we'll see though. AJ Knickel, he's going to pull right back in on this straight here. See how close he gets before the chicane. I doubt he'll make the move into the chicane. But I'm telling you, if Aiden can make that same move last lap, I think he's got this race won. I think anyone's got this race won if they can just get around AJ and get about a 7/6 gap before this corner. Or before this straightaway. Oh, Isaac Tano sends one up the inside of Adam Pelk. He'll take the final podium spot away from Adam. And now he's going to try and chase down AJ Knickel. AJ Knickel didn't really gain that much time on Aiden McCarthy. I'm not trying to announce or jinx him here, but Aiden McCarthy is really showing some quick pace. AJ sends it into that first corner, but it didn't help him on exit. He lost a boatload of time. He's not really even going to have that much slipstream up through the hill and down the straightaway. Man, this is exciting stuff right here. Aiden McCarthy trying to pull one off. I'm not sure. We'll see if he's got a win. I can check really quickly. But AJ Knickel is gaining time on him fairly quickly. My spreadsheet will load. Down to 6/10. We'll see how much time he can gain through the more technical part of the track. So hopefully it's gonna work. Alright. Yeah, gap back up to a second entering that corner. Aiden McCarthy's been really quick through there on this run. But AJ's got it back down to 9/10. AJ's really giving him a run for his money right now. I'm telling you, if AJ's probably hitting himself right now, he's probably that mad he didn't just put on a little bit more, just a tiny bit more downforce. It really, really would have helped him in this race. So, the gap up to 1.5 seconds. Aiden McCarthy has pulled on AJ Knickel as Isaac Tano now over the back of Knickel. I don't think Aiden has ever won a race. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, it doesn't look like Aiden has a win as Isaac Tano. Oh, like I said, he's all over the back of AJ Knickel. AJ Knickel might honestly be in danger of losing a podium spot. Ridwan, after that spin, he's gotten himself back up to P7. His teammate in P9, he was right behind him after that, P12 and P13. So solid recovery from both of them. But Knickel, he's watching Isaac Tano now in his rear view. Got it down to 1.3 through there. Got as close as 9/10. Aiden McCarthy didn't have a good chicane. So, man, Aiden McCarthy is putting on a special show right now with 6 laps remaining. 1.3 seconds as they exit the first corner. AJ Knickel, he's got a rear view mirror full of Isaac Tano trying to take P2 away and maybe try and chase down Aiden McCarthy after. If anyone's going to chase down Aiden, I think it's going to have to be Isaac Tano. I don't think AJ's got the corner speed for it. As I say that, he drives down the straightaway and reels him into, it's going to be about 5/10 entering the corner. Oh no, he only got it to within 6. I'm telling you, as long as Aiden hits his marks through this part of the track, AJ can't do anything. He gets it to about a second, 1.3 seconds. And AJ's just, after that, he can't do anything as Isaac Tano once again all over the back of Knickel trying to find a way through. We know Tano has the cornering speed to maybe have a run here at McCarthy, but AJ, he's holding them up. Tano looks to the left-hand side of Knickel through here. See if Knickel Yeah, Knickel just gives him the position, knows there's no fighting that one. Knickel's best bet here, honestly, is to just follow Tano. Maybe push him along on the straightaways. That's really all he can do at this point. He just doesn't have the speed through these corners to catch Aiden McCarthy, as the gap's up to 1.5 now. Isaac Tano, though, with clean air. Oh, really loose off of that corner. 1.7 now. Oh, man, it's going to be close here at the end. Coming to 5 laps to go for Aiden McCarthy. If he can do it, man, I'm telling you, I really want him to. I really, really want him to pull this off. This gap's 2 seconds now, as Isaac Tano doesn't have the straightaway speed that AJ Knickel does. Yeah, 2.4 it's going to be at the end of this. Yeah, into the corner, 2.6. I'm telling you, man, I think he's got this one locked up. He's really showing he's going to go win this race just by pure pace. I mean, these safety cars have surely helped him a lot, but this is pure skill right here. This is what that is. He had to pass the fastest guys in ARC. Sure, Ridwan had a little bit of a spin, but he still had to pass. I mean, the leader in wins over the entire league, AJ Knickel. That is a tough job to do. Trust me, I've had to do it myself. It is not the easiest task. Adam Pelk, P4. He's lost track of AJ and Isaac Tano. He's gonna have to fend off P4 from Connor Hannick. He's representing LA7 quite well in this race after the start he had. He's gonna dive it up the inside of Adam Pelk here. He'll take P4 away before the chicane. Adam sends it back in there, though. Not going to happen, though. Oh, but he's going to look to his right-hand side. Gets a little bit of contact from Connor Hannick. Goes off the track. Adam probably isn't too happy about that one. AJ Knickel starting to lose ground on Isaac Tano. I don't think either of them have anything for Aiden, honestly. This is some impressive stuff, man. Aiden McCarthy is really showing out right now. He's gapped these guys, truly gapped these guys. I'm not sure if he's had this type of success. I mean, on the sheet. Oh, that's why. Here, let me. That's why it's not telling me. All-time races. All right. Let's see. I made a little bit of an oopsie, so let's see now. I'll do it this time. If it's gonna tell me if he has a win. According to the sheet, he does not have a win. So I'm telling you, man, Aiden McCarthy might be able to pull this one off. And that would be truly spectacular for him. Really trying to see here if he's got a win or even a podium, honestly, but it doesn't look like he does. So we're gonna come in here for 4 laps to go. The Spa endurance race, the first endurance race of the season, and Aiden McCarthy is driving these softs off of his race car right now, trying to just keep that gap. 4.5 now to Isaac Tano. It's Connor Hannick trying to hold off Ridwan now, as Adam Pelk has been passed by Ridwan. Ridwan trying to handle the damage here. He's probably, he hasn't really used up the softs too bad, but he's gonna presumably get P4 here, and then he'll try and track down AJ Knickel for P3, that final podium spot. I don't think we've had a single race where these two haven't been on the podium. So, now let's see. Yeah, it looks like they've been on the podium every single race. Yeah, one of them at least has been on the podium every single race, if not both of them. So, it's some impressive stuff that Aiden McCarthy is doing right now. Him and Isaac Tano. I got to give Isaac a little shout out too. He showed his stuff here in recent weeks. These last 2 races, he showed up. His first race was, I think it was Laguna Seca. Maybe I'm wrong, but or not. But I think it was Watkins who won his first race. He showed up. He wasn't as quick as he is right now, that's for sure. But he was pretty quick at Laguna Seca. He had a good sprint race. He finished P3 there. Got his first podium of the season. He's looking to back that up with a P2 here. Oh, as he gets off the racetrack, gets loose off of that corner, goes around. Oh no, Isaac Tano. That's the announcer jinx if I've ever seen it. Oh, that's got to be heartbreaking for him. He had P2 wrapped up. So Isaac Tano goes around from P2, and that's going to put Ridwan and AJ Knickel on the podium. Ridwan only 3.5 seconds back at AJ. AJ 7.5 back from our leader, Aiden McCarthy, who is just, he's truly just putting on a show right now. 8 seconds now ahead of AJ Knickel. He honestly, if I was him, I'd back it down now. It looks like he's a little bit low on fuel and tires, so he's not even, I hope he didn't underfuel the car. That would be truly heartbreaking, but oh man, it's blinking, that's for sure. You got a 5/10 penalty that lap. It's not going to hurt him too bad. He comes in here for 3 to, he just dive it down pit lane. Or wreck it. I couldn't tell what he just did. He dived it down pit lane. So Aiden McCarthy, that's rough. Aiden McCarthy pulled an 8-second gap, but he didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end. So he'll have to dive it in pit road from the lead. And I'm sure he's going to be real upset with himself. But now, here's what we really get to see. AJ Knickel and Ridwan had a little bit of contact that sent Ridwan around from P2 to P12. Ridwan has gained 10 positions to get back up here, and now he's going to have a chance to go past AJ for this win. Oh, this is going to be some really fun stuff. Aiden didn't take softs there, so just a splash and go for him. Came out in P7 alongside Keenan Kimber. Really tough for him. I'm not sure why he underfueled so badly, but just really sad for him. Isaac Tano, he's probably even more upset with himself now than he already was, now that he knew that he could have had a win. See, he had gapped AJ by a pretty big margin. I don't know if Ridwan would have been able to get to him. Is Ridwan going to look to the left-hand side of AJ there? Not going to happen. Knickel fends him off for now. Knickel doing everything in his power. Just does not have the car under him right now. Ridwan going to look back to the left-hand side of AJ. I don't think AJ is going to be able to cover this one off. Ridwan going to send it up the inside. Knickel trying his best to stay around the outside. He is going to stay around the outside. Gets on the green part a little bit and loses some traction and has to give up the position. Like I said, if there's anywhere where AJ is going to benefit, it's the straightaways. So if you can just stay close enough to Ridwan here, he's got a chance. It's going to be tough for him, I'm telling you. Ridwan really quick, as you can tell by him driving through the entire field to get back up to this lead. P12 to P1 is very impressive. So the battle for the podium still rages on. Connor Hannick has lost a little bit of ground to Tano, though. AJ Knickel within 7/10 and losing, though. Gaining a little bit now that I said that. He's going to get it within 6/10 now. It's down to the chicane. He'll have it to just above 5/10. He misses the chicane the tiniest bit. That's going to cost him a lot of time, about half of the time he gains. Yeah, it's just going to be really tough for him to keep up with Ridwan here. He just doesn't have the cornering speed that he wants. We'll see though, about 8.5 tenths back, come up the hill. Isaac Tano also had to pit for fuel, so not as bad now for him anymore. That'll put Aiden McCarthy in P6 as he tries to maybe salvage a podium, as he'll try and chase down P5, P4, and P3 of Connor Hannick, Adam Puck, and Riker Lummel. All three of those would be really cool podiums. Haven't seen any of those guys on the podium yet this season. All from their respective teams, Nuclear Fusion, East Coast Racing, and LA7. So that'll be something. AJ Knickel was able to stay to about 6/10 there, but he's going to lose some time through these next few corners as Ridwan pulls out the gap. Adam Pelk up into that final podium spot. As Aiden McCarthy really wants to see these guys battle with about a lap and a half left. It's about a second back, but he's got a 5/10 penalty, so the second that he is back, even if he gains it here, he's going to lose it again. He's driving his tires off of that race car. Connor Hannick goes really wide. Might have made contact with Riker Lummel there. That'll clear the way for Aiden McCarthy. Aiden McCarthy does the same thing over here now, off into the grass. So we go back up to the lead. AJ Knickel still within a second, but I don't think that's good enough for Slipstream. Thankfully, he does have 2 more straightaways, or 3 more I should say, including this one. A lap car ahead. I'm assuming that's DIVEBOMB. It is. He'll be respectful. He'll get out of the way if need be. 1.5 as they hop onto the straightaway. I don't think AJ is going to have anything for him. Ridwan, he's just too quick, honestly. I don't know what to say. P12 to P1 is super impressive. Just some incredible stuff here. Not a lot of people can do that in any series in Auto Racing Connected, but he is one of them. Yellow flag, as it looks like DIVEBOMB has looped it in the final corner. Kept it off the racetrack though, kept it off the racing line, let these two by. Fastest lap of the race with 2 to go. Ridwan Hamza, he doesn't want any chance for AJ Knickel to catch him here in these last few laps. He keeps pulling away. Aiden McCarthy, he fell back to P6 after that time penalty. He might have had a little bit of more issues there on that. Adam Polk and Riker Lummel though are gonna battle for this final podium spot. Riker Lummel, he's like I said, these two veterans of ARC. Riker Lummel hasn't been as strong as late as he used to be, but this would be really good for his morale if he can pull off this podium. Same with Adam Pelk. Adam Pelk, I've said it, he's shown some great race pace. This is probably going to determine it right here, this straightaway. We'll see if Riker Lummel can gain time. His car has seemed to struggle with straightaway speed. Both of these guys low on fuel, but surely they'll be able to make it to the end. Riker Lummel about 7/10 back. AJ Knickel has got it within 1.1 now, but I don't think that's going to be enough. He's got to get within about 5/10, I assume, before the final straightaway. Back to these guys, though. Adam Pelk trying to pull out this gap. As Adam, he's just got to try and hold him off here for these final few corners. Back up here. AJ, the gap is extended up back up to 1.8 as Ridwan, he's going to go into these final few corners. The 2-second lead now is Riker Lummel pushing his car to his limits, I assume, trying to get this final podium spot. Man, he's pushing, I'm telling you. He's trying his hardest. Looks like he had a little bit of a better corner there than Adam, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. He's got to get within about 5/10 before these two corners, and I don't think he will. Looks like Adam hit those corners pretty well, but Riker did as well. We'll go back up to the front here as Ridwan is going to come through the final two corners. P12 to P1 after a spin with about 8 laps to go. Ridwan Hamza is going to keep the streak alive, and he's going to go 4 in a row here at Spa. AJ Knickel, he is out of fuel. AJ Knickel's out of fuel. He pulls off the racetrack. Riker Lummel got P2. Adam Pelk gonna send it back up the inside for P3 or P2 now. He lost P3 for a second, but gained it back after AJ ran out of fuel. Riker Lummel is gonna take home P2 at the final second as long as he doesn't run out of fuel. He did. Adam Pelk passes him. Riker runs out of fuel at the line and gets P3 instead of P2. I think Fernando might have ran out as well. AJ Knickel out of fuel. Connor Hannick out of fuel. In McCarthy, who had a pit. Oso might. Are these all these guys look like they're out of fuel? As Isaac Tano takes P8 from Keenan Kimber at the final second. Looks like everyone under-fueled the race car. I mean, you could see it off of the corner. I mean, Fernando was out of fuel. AJ was out of fuel. Connor Hannick, Aiden McCarthy, I don't think Aiden McCarthy ran out of fuel. I think he was one of the only ones not to. That is some crazy stuff. That is some wild, wild stuff off of the final corner. Adam and Riker take the final 2 podium spots along with Ridwan, who was your winner for the 4th straight feature. We'll get Riker and Adam in here. Let me see if Adam's in this party. That's crazy. That was some crazy stuff. Let's if we can get Adam in here. Alright, where's Adam Polk? I think he's already in here. Because he is on my friends list, I assume. At least last time I checked. Maybe if I go to play together. So once we get Riker in here, we can start. Hopefully Riker joins soon. So if I invite him, I'll get the message. It told me I could invite him for some reason. Hopefully, sooner rather than later, he gets the memo. Come on, Riker. Alright, there we go. Alright. Got our podium finishers in here now. We'll start with Riker Lummel. Riker, do you have a copy first off, I should say?
Fuel. I mean, yes.
Alright, we'll start with the epic battle with Adam Polk you had there. You guys were going at it even when, Isaac and Aiden both hadn't pit yet. Take us through that battle with Adam in those final few laps.
It was equal parts for battling each other and battling our fuel monitors. And every time I had a chance to get around him, either my car had a problem or, well, I had to battle a Toyota. So, I want to say I was unlucky. I was lucky to get third, just not lucky to get second. So, admittedly, assuming Connor doesn't have any ill will for me having a skill issue and putting 2 on the curb and sending him halfway to orbit, a podium in a race I thought I'd miss is more than I could have ever expected.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really, really impressed with this run. Great job, Riker. Congrats on your podium.
Thank you. I feel like I'm pushing this NSX higher than it should ever get.
All right, and then we're gonna go to Adam Pelk. Adam, I'll start off by saying you have shown, from what I didn't expect you to show this much race pace. I mean, you've been up here for most of these races in the top 7, top 6. Well, I would like to hear your POV from that battle with Riker and getting P2 off the final corner.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words, first off, because everything just happened in the last few corners. I'm still trying to get everything organized, but wow. I mean, yeah, Riker is a class act. Whenever we battle each other, we always put out great races, and unfortunate for him, that part I felt bad at the last second when I overtook him at the line for second
Those
place.
fuel limits lied to me.
But yeah, it was just a great battle. We respected each other on the lines, and I just hope we can continue this for the whole season.
Yeah, like I said, you've shown some great pace, really good pace here. Congrats on your podium, Adam.
Thank you, appreciate it.
2 ARC veterans round out our podium, but we'll go to our P1 finisher. 4 straight, I guess, feature race wins, final race wins, whatever you want to call them. Ridwan, take us through your point of view from that contact that sent you down to P12 with about 9 laps remaining.
Yeah, I saw Fernando ahead of me. He went wide, so I went to for the move around the outside. I got hit off. I don't think it was intentional. There was a lot of lag, so Fernando and AJ went down the inside. I got shuffled wide, spun around, and was down in P12 with 8 laps to go. But I knew from that moment that everyone would be fuel saving, and I knew that I probably had started fuel saving a lot earlier than other people, so I thought that maybe I could salvage a top 5. I didn't expect to win, especially not by 21 seconds, but luck comes your way sometimes, and I was really lucky today. Yeah,
you further extended your point lead over AJ Knickel. I mean, considering he also ran out of fuel and lost a bunch of positions, how do you feel about that?
Oh, it's unlucky for him. He drove a superb race. We had superb battles. It's a shame to see a competitor run out of fuel at the last lap. It's really unlucky for him, but that's how the race goes sometimes. That's how the luck goes sometimes. So I wish him all the best for the future rounds. Yeah,
like you said, unlucky for your championship rival, but congrats on your win here at Spa.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, and then tomorrow you'll be able to catch the ARC Prototype Challenge at 7 Eastern, commentated by our 3rd place finisher tonight, Riker Lummel. And then rounding out the stream, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. We got DIVEBOMB, SimLeague Pro, James McAdams, AJ Knickel Design, and Burning Rubber Podcast. Thank you to all those guys for supporting the league. And that's about it for the 4th race of the Group 3 Masters season. Really thrilling stuff here from Spa. A lot of people running out of fuel, but that's all I have for you tonight. I'm Travis.